Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Brandy's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give her while we are working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go to the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Brandy's been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Brandy is seated nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first command they're going to demonstrate is heeling, which is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Brandy take off doing that now. The command you want to use for this is Brandy heel, and then you just start walking and she'll fall right in line on your left-hand side. Now we've also gone ahead and incorporated our sit command into this. As you saw right there, anytime Fred stops his feet, Brandy will sit. That sit again. Now it's important when you're heeling Brandy that she doesn't try to pull ahead of you or lag behind. If she did attempt to pull ahead or lag behind, you say no, give a tug and let go correction to the training collar, repeat your command to heel, and start walking again. Now it's important with a little puppy that you use a lot of motivation when she's first heeling. So now we're going to show you our stay command. This is a hand and voice command. Fred's going to use the open flat of his left palm, an inch or so from Brandy's muzzle, and the one-word command to stay. He then walks out to the end of the training leash. This is a great exercise to build up self-control and maturity in Brandy. You can start practicing this one at about a minute's time and work your way up in increments till you get up to about 3 minutes. Now as Fred returns back to Brandy, he's going to walk all the way around her, providing an added distraction as he goes behind her, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. She holds that sit-stay throughout. He gave her a little praise, and then he heels her right out of it. And we'll show you a little more of that heel, sit, and stay. As they come around, and then the automatic sit. He gives her the stay again, walks back out to the end of the training leash. And instead of returning back to her, this time he'll demonstrate our come or recall command. He calls her in using her name, and when she comes in, he has her sit right in front of him. And then we have an exercise called the finish. Fred's going to heel her right around the back of him and get her right back to his left-hand side heel position, and she sits nicely. He's going to demonstrate it one more time. He had her in a sit, he gave her the stay again, walked back out to the end of that leash. And he calls her into him using her name. She comes in, he has her sit right in front, and then the finish, he heels her right around the back of him and gets her right back to that proper left-hand side heel position, and she sits. He gives her some praise, and then he'll heel her right out of it. It's a good time to remind you want to work with Brandy about 15 to 20 minutes a day on her obedience commands to keep them fresh in her mind. She definitely enjoys doing them, as you can see her tail wagging. You can work on them inside or outside your home and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine with her. Next, we're going to be showing you our down commands. The first one is down from a heel position. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm straight down to the ground and the one-word firm command to down. He then gives her a stay and walks out to the end of that leash. This is another great exercise to build up that self-control and maturity in Brandy, and this one can be started at about 3 minutes, and you can work your way up in increments till you get to about 5. Now Fred's going to return back to her. Once again, he walks all the way around her, providing that added distraction, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. She held that down stay throughout, and he told her to heel, and heeled her right out of it. Now you see Brandy's doing very well, but if for any reason she did not respond to one of your commands, it's always important to follow through. So the first word out of your mouth is always going to be no, followed by a slight tug and let go correction to that training collar, and then you're going to repeat your command that you'd given her. He's going to show you the down again. He gives her the down and a stay. Walks back out to the end of that training leash. And this time he'll demonstrate that come or recall command right out of the down position. Calls her in. She comes in. She's going to sit right in front of him. And then that finish again, he's going to heel her right around the back of him and gets her right back to his left-hand side heel position, and she sits. Nicely done. He gives her a lot of praise and heels her right out of it. We'll give them a second to get lined up for our final command, which will be down from a distance. Well, this will be our down from a distance. You're going to have her in a sit, give her a stay, walk out to the end of your leash. This is the only time you're going to use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop her into a down from the end of the training leash. There she goes. He'll then return back to her once again by walking all the way around and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Very nice job. He heels her right out of it. Alright, we've demonstrated for you the obedience commands we've worked on with Brandy here at school. It's been a pleasure working with little Brandy, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.